So this is Mrs. Higginbottom's skirt from 1860 that somehow fell into my lap quite recently. I really love the insides of clothes. I love the stitches and finishing, and I mean obviously this is really old, and I think Mrs. Higginbottom was probably a right old prude on the outside, but I think she had her sensual inside. So I'm going to see if I can print some kind of lace on the inside of this. So it's kind of all my favourite things. It's like some Victorian, some stitching, some lace, stripes. I do love a stripe, I have to say, and of course I love a print. So here goes with Mrs. Higginbottom. Got to get me old ink, my secret sauce that goes straight in the screen like so. Save that for later, and then I'm going to print a couple of firm, hard pulls across here, and then I want to get a bit more coverage on this one. So that's what Mrs. Higginbottom's skirt is going to look like now. It's going to look quite a bit different when it dries. And then just clean off some ink. I'm going to print this vintage Victorian top. It's corseted with all these different lace and tulle and falling to pieces silk, and it's all stained and old, and I think it needs to freshen up with a lick of a print on it. So I've done some stripes out of embroidery on glaze, just really to work as a resist, because I want a more graphic vibe once this one's done. So I'm just going to go ahead and print with my silk screen. So the silk screen goes down on top. You need something to kind of weight your screen down when you're printing on your own, and just so happens I've got a piece of fossilized redwood there, and I have a huge enormous piece of crystal, and there's the postman going by. Let's not worry about him. And we put our ink into the screen. We don't, for this kind of a thing you do need plenty, because it's a big kind of coverage of area that I'm going to print. We can always scoop up the rest. So I'm just going to print the entire surface of this antique vintage thing. I actually don't think it's going to need a huge amount of ink, because it really looks like it's taking the ink nicely. So I'm going to do 2 pulls with ink, then a dry pull, take off my weight, and let's see what we got. So we've got quite a nice little printed top, which now needs to dry.